today we are going to do a couple things on this video. We're going to do the cleaning of the toys, and I'm also going to be making treat bags, so I thought maybe I would do it so you guys can join and see, because I get a lot of people asking me exactly what I do and how I do it. So what I do is I put some detergent, and I usually use Dawn dish soap, into the sink, and then over here I put about a cup of bleach to some water in this one. So what we're gonna do is, I always use rubber gloves because I can't stand the smell of bleach on my hands. And then I have all of the rabbit's toys in here. Now I always change, I'm just gonna talk while I'm cleaning. I always change the rabbit's toys all the time, so then they don't get bored with their toys. And I don't know, people ask me, well, how many times do I, or how many days do I wait before I clean my toys? And my answer is this: if you have one rabbit, you don't need to clean it but once every couple weeks probably. Just look and see if they urinate on some of them, because some of these, the rabbit did urinate on them. So therefore we have to clean it a little bit more. But if they don't urinate on them, I don't see a problem with just doing it every once in a while. But we have a lot of rabbits, and I like to make sure that they get different. So what we do is we change their toys to another cage, and so they don't get bored with it. So that's what we do. And then someone asked me too, like, what type of toys can I give them, or how do you know? And one thing that they do absolutely love is they absolutely love these. And what it is all it is a couple different stackables that you stack for children. They're called stackables. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Target, you can get them just about anywhere. But I always look at garage sales or things like that, because obviously they're rabbits and they're going to chew on them. So what you're going to find out after a while of looking at your toys, you're going to see chew marks on them, because they do not use their hands, obviously. They use their mouth, so you're going to have some teeth marks on them. So give them something that is durable, that is going to wait for a while. I also go to the dollar store, and I get this kind of stuff at the dollar store. You'll see the lovely little dripping on the floor, but I get this kind of stuff from the dollar store. Thank goodness my floors need to be washed today, right? So I can do that too. So I always get that kind of stuff. Or like, for instance, I went to the Goodwill and I just got this kind of stuff. You'll see water again, but just kind of stuff that is, you know, rolling, and they can roll it and play with it and things like that. I've got old rattles that you can use old rattles for some of the things. They also have keys is another thing that they absolutely love, is the keys, the baby keys that you can get. So they also like that. Because they like to throw it up in the air, and they like to catch them. They also love these little things here, where it's the hoops, and it's for kids that, you know, that they put their toys in, put their toys on, and it dangles. I dangle it from their cage, and they absolutely love that. They also, you know, you can get stuff like this that you can dangle from their cage. You know, just different things that you can dangle and stuff. They also love to have, like, this kind of stuff I also got from the dollar store. Just little rattles that you can just use for rattles. They also absolutely love just balls. And what I do is I got some balls that make noises. So if they move them, they make noise. They love them. And you can get wiffle balls. Is it wiffle balls? You can get, I give them some of these. I give them the golf balls. So they like them. and you can get them usually at Walmart. I give them cat toys is another thing that they absolutely love, is the cat toys that make noise. They love that. They also, what I've noticed too, is they also like these kind of things. You can get these a lot at the Goodwill. Just old stuff from like the McDonald's toys. That's what this is. It's all it is an old McDonald's toy. They like that. So there's many different options. Just make sure when you're looking at stuff that they don't have like appendages that can come off and they can choke on them. So I usually stay with like these. Here's like just a block, and inside the block it has things that move inside the block. So they have this kind of stuff. So, you know, different things like that. So just like I said, make sure you look and see. A lot of people like to put stuffed animals into their cages or things like that. And I would not recommend that, because rabbits do, when they get bored, is all they do is they chew on it. So you got to kind of watch for the stuffed animals, and if they did get the stuffed animal stuff that was inside the stuffed animal, your rabbit could possibly pass away because it gets stuck in their throat. So you want to stay away from stuffed animals in their actual vicinity of where they're going to be sleeping. And then just be careful if you're going to let them roam your room, that you do not let them roam the room where there's stuffed animals and they can get at it either. Put your stuffed animals up, way up, so they don't get a hold of it, because we would hate to have issues with that, like we do with pee pads. A lot of people say, well, can I give my rabbit a pee pad? No, don't give your rabbit a pee pad, because then it gets stuck in your throat. Rabbits love to chew. That's all they do, is they chew, eat, poop, sleep, and they also love to love you too. But most of the time they're chewing. So, and because they're exploring, that's how they explore. They explore by their smelling and their teeth. So you gotta look and see exactly which ones are the chewers and which ones aren't, and then go from there. But I would totally recommend to take all of your teddy bears and things like that away, and get things like this that are totally 100% where they can chew on them all the time and they won't have any issues. Alright, now we're going to do our treat bags, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of hay in here to start off with. And people ask me exactly how much hay do I give, and I usually just give a handful to each rabbit, unless they have babies. Then I always just give them two. I put a handful in here, and I just give them 2 bags for the babies and for the mama. So that's what we're going to do right now. And as all I do is, like I said, sometimes it's hard to put the hay in without ripping the bag. So just be very careful, so you you kind of squish it and then put it in. And I'm just going to do a couple of them, and then I'll do the rest off camera, because I have a lot of rabbits. Okay, so I'll just do 3 of them for now. So now that we have the hay inside the bag, what I do, and I'll also tell you a couple different snacks that I give them off of hand, because there are times when I give them their treat bags, and if it's the day that they do get their other couple treats that I give them, and that's for their health, then they will get it probably at the same time as this, or during the nighttime or something right before bed. And now we're going to show you exactly what is in a treat bag for these rabbits. These treat bags that I'm going to be doing, the first ones, are going to be for 5 months old and older. Then the other ones, I will show you exactly what you can do for the younger ones under 5 months. Now, the 5-month-old babies is what I call them, but because they're still babies until they get a little bit older. But the 5-month-old and older rabbits can have this contains. So what I do is I put a couple kernels of dog food in there. And this dog food is just Vita, and it is a healthier dog food, and it gives the rabbit a little bit of protein. Also has the oils that are in there that help your dogs, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I just put a couple kernels in there for that. So I'm gonna put a couple in there. And I usually only put like maybe 1, 2, no more than 3. So that's how that one is. And then I go to Fleet Farm, Tractor Supply, and I get some hay pellets that is all it is a hay pellet that you give horses. And I give a couple of these. Now I also give these to my rabbits on the side with their food. Not in their food because sometimes they don't like it. So I put it on the side. I just give them a handful and they just love it. So then I just put a couple of them. Now mind you, these are, and sometimes I even put like 1/4 of a cup. So they just love it, and it's nothing that's going to hurt them. But remember, these are only for rabbits that are over 5 months old. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some just regular, and as all this is oats. This is rolled oats, and it's the old-fashioned, and it has to be old-fashioned, and I give my rabbits organic stuff, so this is organic. And then I just give them just a little pinch, because you don't want to give them too much to where they get the diarrhea or stomach upset. So I give them that. And then I also give them whole oats. So here's some whole oats, what whole oats look like. And I'll take pictures of these also. And then I just give them a pinch of that, not too much, just a tiny bit of that. So I do that. And then what I do is I made up this little concoction here, and what it is it has craisins, okay, it has banana chips, and then all I did is I went to Walmart and they have the Suddenly salad. It is in the pet department, and it has like flowers, since our rabbits can't get outside for the winter, so we do this. It has the dandelions, and it has peppermint, and it has, here's a lavender, and it has all of this different stuff, and it has, here's cracked corn, and they have some wheat stuff, and they have whatever these chips are. There's chips in there of different things. And so I put like 2 craisins in there. Each of them get 2 craisins, 2 to 3 craisins. Now we don't try to give them too much, because if you give them too much sugar, you can get diabetes, so we don't want that either. So we just give them a couple, and then I'll just put a awesome banana in each one. Just 1 banana works fine. And then what I do is for the flowers and stuff, I just take a little, like I'll just grab 1 flower and I'll put a flower in each of them. And then what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit of a pinch of the other stuff, and I'll just pinch it in there, and then I'll just put that in there. That way they have a little bit of each item in there, and they don't feel like they got gypped. So then that's what I do for them. And then what I do after I get done putting all of the contains in there that I do, then all I do is I do this. And then I throw it into the cage, and what they do is they play air hockey with it. So each one of them have their separate things that they like. Each one of them have their separate things that they like, and they absolutely love it. So it's hay, then I put the hay pellets in, dog food, rolled oats, regular oats, and then the concoction of the cranberry, or the craisins, the banana chips, and then this Suddenly salad at Walmart. It's Nature Suddenly salad. I will put all of that down in the description so you know exactly where to get it and how it is. That is for 5 months old and older. All I do for the little ones is I just take some hay, as much hay as I think that will fit in the bag. Okay, so I got the hay in there, and then I just put just a little teeny tiny bit of the rolled oats and just a little teeny tiny bit of the other oats. And then I just give it to like that, and that is good for them. They don't need all the other stuff. They're too young for it anyway, and so we always do it that way. Now, what I do with my moms, because there are moms that have babies, and instead of this, I give them their little bag with the rolled oats and stuff like that, and I give that to them. And then what I do is I just give it to them individually, and then they learned that they have to take it from me to get it. And then if they have an issue with that, because sometimes they're like, no, they're like a 2-year-old, I don't want it. But they want it, but they don't want it, and they want it, and they don't want it, and they don't want to take it from your hand. So what I do is I just stand there next to the cage and I watch them eat it that way. So there's many different ways to do it. But yeah, this is how I do my treat bag. And I do it, like I said, once every, well, usually once a week, sometimes twice a week, it all depends. But mostly once a week, because I don't want my rabbits to get poopy butt, or I don't want them to get GI stasis or bloat or anything like that. So you have to kind of watch what they do have, and I'll make a video about what they are too sometime here soon, because it's a good idea that you guys know exactly what that is. And then also what I do give my rabbit is I give them and this is once every probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, somewhere in there. They only get it once, you know, so basically say once a month. I do give them a little chunk of banana and a little chunk of pineapple. And the pineapple, what it does is it's good for the gut, and I notice a lot of good things from that, so I give that to them. And then the banana also is good for the gut. So I'm gonna go and chop these up and get them out for my rabbits, get all this stuff out for my rabbits. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great and fabulous day, and I'm gonna go and feed my rabbits. Bye.